Hello, families. Welcome back once again to GH Electrical Engineer. I trust you're all living well wherever you find yourself. At the four corners of the planet, I know you are making a gradual plans to make your dream to becoming reality. A lovely continent called Africa, especially Ghana as well. Guys, it's a side brief update coming from the GH Electrical Engineer. As you can see, ahead of me, you can see a mansion, and today I'm going to take your time and took you throughout the external work and internal work, what we have done for this lovely client, what we have exhibited for this lovely client. And as you can see, the most things that I have to let you know is that working with artisans in this lovely building or this lovely mansion, we create a group that a group help us to bring these things on board. And what I said about, if you want to get a uniform, the best thing you could do for your all the artisans is to create a group for them. Let everybody know their duty to perform. So we are here to install three things, three different components: the electrical work, the plumbing work, and then the AC unit. So all of them too, we have delivered a neat work. The electrical work we have done with the phase 1, the phase 2. The plumbing work we have done with the phase 1 and the phase 2. The AC unit, the fittings is done, which is very nice, very great. Because we are very good with what we do. We are the best of what we do, not the biggest of what we do. Every great company, they are the best of what they do, not the biggest of what they do. Because if you are the best of what you do, that elevates you to becoming the biggest. Okay? So when you are biggest of what you do, it can be that somebody is the best what they do, right? So we are the best of what we do, not the biggest of what we do, right? So that is the one point that you should know. Another thing, if you're looking at the wall, all the surface, it means that all the artisans who is having opportunity to work in this property, they have delivered their nice work, right? Everybody knew their work. Everybody knew their work. And I really love that. I admire it so much. The window design, from the wall design, all of them, they are beauty and amazing. You see, let me start the story and I end up with my meter room. Somebody called me in Tema, Community 24. I would come and look for a certain fault. In your screen, this is what I find it there. This is a significant cost. As you can see, this is underground cable. They use inferior cable for this client. It's not only this. The main house too, they miss the cable, the quality one and the inferior one. The electrician missed the cables. God. And also, the reason why I'm saying this, let's go to my meter room. I use the armored cable, which is an underground cable, to wire everything from the main pole, ECG pole, to the meter into the electrical room. All of them, I use the armor cable, which is underground cable. I know that underground cable in Ghana is quite expensive, but I know my specific reason why I use the underground cable to do all this basic wiring. I got a 5 distribution board. Let me show it to you guys. 5 different distribution board, and I have my reason based on the specific design for this lovely client. That is why I use 5 different distribution board. These are 3 of them, and down this is a 2. One of them is in the downstairs, you can see, and here is where the transformer is going to mount it for the 110. So the 2 of the distribution board is purposely made for the 110. We use it for the 110. And then the 3 distribution board are purposely used for the 220. I think this is really understandable, right? So, practically using the 5 changeovers was ideal for me based on the client design, because the clients told me that some of the areas are crucial areas, which is a pretty important area. So that area, you don't want the light to go off even a single second. So you're going to use a certain system to back up in that area, whereby it's going to be there for the 24/7, that area, especially the kitchen area, master bedroom, 2 master bedroom, one on the ground floor and the one on the upstairs. And then some of the external lighting and some of the internal lighting are specifically wired it in this distribution board. We have one distribution board that we have wired those things in, because that distribution board, there is nothing in that we wired that is going to go off. So that was the ideology that my client came with that. And I think it's a really good idea, because we got a system that is going to back up. We have made a provision for the generator. We have made a provision for the solar system. We have made a provision for the one reliable source, which the EcoFlow system is a new device that back up your residential property. And we have a two-way of them. Now they have increased it. First, we have the Data Pro, and now is a Data Pro Ultra. So they are in the market. They are pretty good, but it depends on your load. It depends on your specific load. Know your load first before. What is the purpose of circuit breaker? The circuit breaker is an electrical protection device that automatically cut off the power due to an event of overload or the short circuit. Let me explain it again. The circuit breaker is an electrical protection device that automatically cut off the power due to an event of overload or the short circuit. So the simplest means that they protect against electrical equipment and then the overload on your property. Let me give you a typical example. Maybe you have a typical 1 bedroom. You have your small power point. What do you mean about a small power point? Maybe your socket on the bedroom. And then you plug so many things inside. In scenario, you see it on your screen. You plug so many items inside. What it happened that the cable installed inside will exceed a limit, so it will melt, and then as a result of that, it will bring fire outbreak in your property. Fire outbreak in your property. So these breakers are very crucial to save you from that overload. To save you from that overload. So that is why these breakers are being designed for short circuit and the overload. Another typical example, maybe you have a 40 iron. That iron is a 40. Maybe you rent it from your friend or somebody who you wanted to iron your clothes in your typical bedroom. When you plug that iron, this breaker is going to give you the scenario. They're going to cut off automatically because of that iron is 40. That iron is 40. That is another typical example. These breakers have been designed with a specific current. They are not constant current. They are different current that is passing through based on the electrical wiring. Because in the electrical wiring, the cable, we got a different sizes. We have the 1.5 millimeter square. We have a 2.5 millimeter square. We have 4 millimeter square. We have 6 millimeter square. We have 10 millimeter square. We have 16 millimeter square. We have 25 millimeter square. We have a so on and so forth. It's going. So based on that, we have designed all these breakers based on the certain current that it have to pass through. For instance, I need air condition. I need a specific current that can pass through that air condition to work properly. Maybe I have a common lighting. The lighting, I need a specific current that has to pass through it to work perfectly and to last you timeless. And if you put it in another current, trust me, it's gonna last you for 3 months, 6 months, or even a year. It's not gonna last you timeless. And all these things will be available for you except only that you do a specific design for your client. What kind of design? You have the AVR, which is automatic voltage regulator, XPD, which is a surge protected device. You can have RCD, which is a residual current device, and AFDD, which is an arc fault detection device. You're going to have them in this property. And in this meter room, you're going to have a lot. Even when you come in with a transformer, which is a 20,000 watts transformer, is going to serve us all the entire house. Is also there. So we started from the long way. Let me show you a video that it just shocked you. When you started the project the first time, see it out there. You can see when we started, when all the iron rod was done. All the iron rods was done. The best thing that we do is that earthing the iron rod. We call it bonding. Earthing iron rod. What is bonding? Bonding is unlikely like earthing. Okay? So the bonding, it focuses the direct current into a ground. But the bonding concern with connecting the conductor's path to ensure that they are the same electrical potential zone. That is bonding. So what is the purpose of a bonding? If you understood the meaning of the bonding, what is the purpose of the bonding? Doing this in your project. We are creating electrical potential zone among the various metabolic components that prevent a potential difference that can lead with electric shock. Okay, so we are creating a potential difference that can lead you to electric shock. For the typical example, I remember last 3 years, a client called me somewhere in Dudua area that when it rained, some of the areas in the house shocked. Do you know, when you find it like that way, that house doesn't have bonding. In the first of all, and the earthing too is weak, because bonding and the earthing, they are different. So bear that thing in your mind. While I'm taking you to the project, you're going to see a lovely POP work. These people have done so well, because when they came, I've already wired the structure itself. And then I was thinking that I can get the POP installer in time so that I can show the specific design based on my wiring. But quite unfortunate, I didn't meet him personally. So I went to Kumasi, and then the electrician came to the site, and I told him that I'll only have 2 weeks in Kumasi, I'll be coming back. So when I came back, he already started the project. So based on the design, it's really fine. I'm going to take you through the design. They are still working. They are very good. They put all their potential and they exhibit their talent. They are pretty good. Somewhere last year, a client called me, say, "Hey, GH, I just meet your video on the YouTube, and I scroll to some of your video too, and I witness some of what you do. I know people are installing my electrical wiring in Sunyani. I want you to visit there and see what exactly that you're doing." I did. I visited there. Do you know, there's a certain mistake that I see it out there that I corrected them personally, but there's something that most of time I want you guys to call the professional people potentially to work on your project. Is this: do you know, when you're doing the electrical installation, you will join a cable. How are they going to join it? Because even in the electrical scenario, when we join the cable, it means that you are creating a weakness. We are creating a weakness. So why means that you didn't join it very well. So in your screen, that is what it is. Some of the cable, when they join it, they put it in the conduit. So even when you visit the site, you may not see it physically. So it's better for you to wait for the potential person to do the wiring for you. Because in the electrical scenario, when you create the weakness, some years, it's the potential result is the fire outbreak in your home. the potential result is a fire outbreak. On your screen, even when you are fixing the socket and you haven't fixed it well, myself, I have a machine that indicates everything. When my guys fix them, even when I'm there, I will not let them tie it on the wall. I will go everywhere and check all of them, because even when you are fixing just the socket, there are potential risk of your house fire outbreak. So you must careful about that. Another one more things. Just this year, I went to Osu to check electrical work. There is a faulty. I went there to check it. The client have been this property for 7 good years. He never knew that something like this is on the property. So far forward, the client continued to tell me that even this project was being given to the engineer, but engineer give it to somebody else. So most of your project, and you knew a certain engineer, he gave it to somebody else. Everybody can witness me. There is no site that I did the work that I never sleep there. I slept there. Make sure that we finish all the project before I can come back to my office. So I sleep in the site, make sure that all the electrical work is done, all the plumbing work is done, all the AC unit is done, even the swimming pool is there. I'll make sure that all of them is done. So let's see what we witnessed it in this lovely client house. This is an unprofessional work. We have to put the device to protect the client, and later on come and solve everything out. So we have to come later on and come and do this maintenance, changes some of the cables. He never knew that something like this is really going on in his property. Imagine when you wake up in the single morning, you're going to work, you will come and see something like this. What are you going to do? You'll be helpless. Human being be driven by habit. And a lot of people who study the brains have tell that. Psychologists and neuroscientists, they have proved to us that the brain is the most efficient mechanism in the woman body. It had to be. If it wouldn't be, we would have not survived living in the cave. So the brain adapted every single thing we see, we touch, we feel. It just adapted. So that is why when we waked, the brains tell us where to go and where to come, the time that you have to go, the time that you have to come, right? Have you ever worked in the kitchen before when you let me say you're using the microwave and a certain place shocked you? Even when you come, the microwave is there. When they haven't even plugged it, your brain will tell you that you should not touch this place because it's going to shock you. The people that have the contact with the electric fence and they know that it shocked them before, when you are working and you see that something giving them a clicking sound and they even think that they are close to the fence wall, right? So be somebody like that. Make sure that everything is working perfectly. A lot of people that we have counted them, only the 3 things that they can define us with. Most of our clients, they say that we are relevant, reliable, convenience, and responsive. Only that giving us so much confidence to do more. So that is why sometimes we see that we have to be the best of what we do, not the biggest of what you do. Okay, so be the best with what you do. That make you the biggest because of what you do, because we have been consistently for the past years. So that is why GH is one of the best. That is why GH is one of the best. Working with your 110 and 220 power point for you, no doubt, GH is one of the best, guy. I really love the POP because these guys, they exhibit their talent. So I really love everything about their POP. I just admire it so much, so much, guys. For your viewing and educational pleasure, you just have to like it, you just have to share it, you just have to subscribe to the channels so that anytime GH have upload the new video, you will not miss out. Guys, I will see you next time. Guys, yeah,